Okay, flirting. So he's there, he's standing there, he is cute. And what's the first thing you feel? You want to pounce. You want to pounce. You want to grab him. You want to be a cat and go, psh, mine. Haul him back in. Right? That's a big part of what you feel, right? We all feel that. And then we pull it back. And we go into our elegant place and we think about feminine energy and we want to receive. And then it feels like he's moving on and then you feel tension. All this is going on at the same time. All these feelings of wanting, of missing, of not knowing what to do, getting in your brain, getting out of your brain. If you use my modern siren tools, you can drop down into your body, start breathing, start letting your belly just unfold itself and just take in the air and just let it hang and let everything loose. And your heart and your mind will still continue to just fire like crazy, throwing ideas at you, throwing thoughts at you. So you don't want to do that, right? I mean, you don't want to do all the different things. You'd be going all over the place. You'd be talking to people. You'd start to feel anxious. You'd start to feel upset. You'd start to feel bad. You'd start to feel angry. Let it happen. So this is an experiment from me to you to begin to see and feel who you are in this moment that repeats itself over and over again. Guy comes along, he's cute, you have the urge to do something, you realize how you feel like you're missing that in your life, and all this stuff goes on, and you try to squash it, right? Well, the experiment is don't squash it, let it loose. Let it just fly around inside you. Let it fly around, let it fly you around the room. Let it go. Let it go. That was a double, like, let all of you go. Let all those feelings and thoughts just circulate. Feel the chaos. Let yourself do it. Do that 5-6 times every time you see a guy at a party, at work or something that takes your breath away for a moment or makes you feel something that you don't even want to feel. Just try it. Feel everything. Check your whole body out from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes touching the ground. Feel the ground as best you can. Take off your shoes if you can. Breathe all the way down. Feel your vagina. Feel all of your legs. Feel your arms. Feel the tension. Feel the upset. Feel the pain. Just let it keep rolling through you and forget the rules. Just forget the rules. He's just a guy. He's just a guy. And I will say, in my belief, if he's meant for you, he is going to turn around and look at you, and nothing you do or don't do is going to send him away. Nothing. He'll find you. He will find you. Yep. You don't have to find him. He will find you. And in the meantime, the more you prepare for that finding, the more you let it roll through you, the more you're going to be able to not shut down when he shows up. The more you're going to be able to open yourself up, just like this gorgeous, gorgeous opening of a chasm in what was an armored mountain. You're just going to start to feel amazing, and you're going to feel what a magnet you really are. So practice with the guys. Flirting. So flirting is feeling first. Let all your body go. And don't try to take your eyes off of him. Don't try to do anything. Don't make yourself do anything. Don't turn away from him on purpose. You can flick your hair if you want. Remember that old thing, flicking your hair? Do whatever comes up for you in the moment. Breathe, smile, make a silly face at him. Whatever it is that comes up for you in the moment, try it. If you start to feel yourself moving towards him, stop. That's your masculine energy. Just step back and keep feeling. If you have to keep walking back to the wall, do it. I promise you, the day will come when the guys will just come and be with you. But my cat here is chewing on my microphone here. Hi, sweetie. I'll show him to you soon. Well, here he comes. This is Jules. Talk about a magnetic animal. This is a boy. He found me. Just the way your man's going to find you. Okay? So try this and leave comments for me so I can know exactly what is troubling to you and I can do videos on it, all right? First, the practice of the experiment. Really look at the guys, feel the pounce, feel the pullback, feel the things going on in your brain, and let it just go completely on and 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 on, and smile. Smile at him. I have to hold him here. Smile at him. Pretend he's a cat. Pretend he's a boy cat. Smile at him. Let your eyes relax. Don't be afraid of what you're feeling. That is where the gold is. We just got a whole video done on flirting, and really we just went through the first steps. So I want to go more. The first steps were about how to handle what's going on with you, which is not handling them at all, letting the chaos and the feelings just roll through you, and you get used to them. When you get used to them, you'll start laughing, you'll start befriending them, and then you'll be able to express yourself and be you when this guy comes up to you, which he will. All right, so what happens when he comes up to you and all this stuff's going on inside you? Well, number one, don't speak. Just feel. Just smile. Don't be the first one to speak. Don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. Let him come up to you. Breathe. He will say something because he has to. He'll say, hi, how's the food? What's going on? And you just nod your head and go, feels like a good place, or party feels good, or I love that tie you're wearing, or I love the shirt you're wearing, or your shoes are super cool, or wow, I could feel a little thrill when you walked up to me. It doesn't matter. The difference is you want to say something that has to do with your feelings. This feels good. This doesn't feel good is forget that. Don't talk about a complaint. Nobody wants to hear that. Don't do the don't want. Later on in serious conversations, you have to learn how to do that, but not now. Now you just go, oh, this feels good. This feels good. This looks good. You look good. This feels good. Find the things that you have a little bit of joy to, even in the moment of pain. If you're feeling terrible about something else, there's always a moment that could feel happy. Something's pretty in the room, something's pretty in the floor, something's nice that you smell. Talk about that. Just say that and smile, like welcome him, like a welcoming person. Smile, all right? And then let him take the ball. Think of it as a tennis ball on the floor. He rolls it to you. You say something. You roll it back to him. He says something. He rolls it back to you. Think of it as that. Think of it in this way. As play. You're playing. You're already playing with each other, just like little kids on the playground. And you're uncomfortable, and you want to pounce on him, or you want to run from him, or you want to complain, or you feel angry about something. All that's going on at the same time. All of it. And that's lovely. That's your feminine energy at work. And after a while, you'll get used to it, and it won't feel quite so chaotic. You'll start to feel it more as something that's going to help you, and it will help you. What it is it keeps all of your energy happening. All of your energy is flowing now. Yeah, it feels a little all over the place. That's okay. The difference is you're feeling it, but you're not needing to talk about it. You're not needing to share it. You're not needing to do anything. And you are not needing to be official and detailed and masculine energy, businesslike, just because he's asked you a question. So if he says, what are you doing? You don't have to say, oh, well, I just came from here and I just did that. If he asks you, what do you do for a living? And you say, well, I do this and that and the other. That's not the kind of answer you want to give. Wow, it's mind-blowing, yes? Well, what do you want to say? I feel so happy being an entrepreneur and doing this, that, or the other. You know, I had a day at work and it felt like crap. There was just so much paperwork I didn't know what to do about it. Have a laugh. practice those words. In my book, Have the Relationship You Want, there are lots of scripts, and it tells you exactly how to put them together. You can make lists of them. You can memorize them. You're not all alone out there. You are not. And also, you're not alone here. Just leave your situations in the comments and I will get back to you. I'll do new videos that are specific to you, because the specific situation you're in is meaningful for you, because that's the one that keeps repeating. Yes, it keeps repeating. The same guy shows up in different clothes all the time, right? If you look back, it's like, why do I keep attracting that guy? Because you are attracted to that guy because of old patterns in your head, like the rest of us. And the easiest way to just fix that is just take note of it. Just notice who's showing up and how that feels to you and what the conversation was like. And in my Targeting Mr. Right program, I tell you to literally write that down in a spreadsheet. You know, what you said to him, what happened, what his dog's name is, all that stuff. It really helps you feed your masculine energy part by keeping track of stuff, while you let the feminine part of you just start in chaos, because she's new to the game, right? She's new. She's just coming out. Let her rip. She's going to rip all over the place. Let it roll and write it down. Laugh. Give yourself a few experiments, a few times, letting yourself go, letting your inner feminine just shine and just come out, and watching what that's like. And if you start to go to, guilt, I shouldn't have said that, please write that in the comments, because that is not something you need to have happen. I can fix that for you. You can fix that. It's just stuff we've been loaded with since we were babies, since we were little girls, right? So flirting, he comes up to you. You're going to say how things feel to you based on his question. Or if he says the food is good, you say, oh, that great mix is just feels scrumptious, right? You get used to it, and pretty soon the conversation will either happen or it won't. If you find yourself leaning forward, then straighten your body and lean back. Take a step back if you feel like you're coming forward too much. If the urge to pounce or talk is coming on strong, just step back a little bit. Lean your upper body back. It's good for you anyway, getting your upper back back. All right? Upper back back. I like that. Leaning back, that's my word. And upper back back. All right, so we got as far as a bit of a conversation. Now, I'll bet you want to know what you do now. How do you give them your number? How do you make a connection? What do you do, if you're at a club? I mean, a lot of people go into the bathroom and have sex. I'm not kidding you. You're not there, probably. If you were, you would have a different kind of interest from me, because I can talk to you about that too. But let's just start a little bit. The first thing is let her out, feel her. The reining in doesn't have to be in the feelings. It can be in the words and the physical stepping back, right? You're not going to climb all over him just because your inner wild child wants to, but that doesn't mean you need to shut her down. Let your inner wild girl just come out. So we're going to practice that and practice that and practice that in videos. And maybe what we should do is, come on these videos with me and we'll do them together. And in the meantime, practice and let me know. Practice in the mirror. Practice with a wall. Practice imagining a guy's out there and see how it works for you. And then help me to, keep this going in a way that's really helpful for you. Bye. Flirting, number 3. I wanted to kind of wrap this all up. In the first flirting one we talked about, and you notice I'm standing up here, there was just too much energy in me around this to sit down in a chair. So here I am, so I can move around and dance. I mean, really, flirting is dancing with somebody. It's playing with somebody. I really want you to keep the words dance and play in your mind when you think of flirting. It's not, I'm a specific smoldering woman. I have to behave a certain way. Blech. Whoever you are when you are playing, that's who you want to be all the time, because that's where you stand a chance to really have a fun, happy life, when we find that play girl in there. All right, so we did the parts about the feeling, which is the most important part, and letting your inner girl, your inner wild girl, just rip. Let her feel, let everything go, and get used to it. The second part was the conversation. If he starts to ask you a question, or you talk about the food, all right, so what happens then? Okay, so you're going to kind of keep your eyes on his eyes. You're going to keep contact. That's something you need to learn, to not talk like with your head down or your eyes. You definitely do not want to go with your eyes. Practice this, by the way, in the mirror. Talk to yourself and notice if your eyes go like this. That is called NLP. That's what Tony Robbins and NLP is all about. You're pulling from your head. Memories, old patterns, masculine energy, right? No need to do that. Stay down. When you start to move your eyes around, just go back down through your body, down through your esophagus, down through all the way down to your vagina, all the way down to your knees, all the way down to the floor. Feminine energy. It automatically helps still you, right? Or it'll get you up to playing more too. Whatever it is, it should feel like the energy is coming from very low in your body and kind of shooting upwards. It should not feel like it's coming from here in your brain trying to think of it. It should not feel like it's above your neck here. It should feel like it's below. Okay? You can try that in a whole bunch of different ways. I can do a whole bunch of videos on that. So, what happens after the conversation is going? You are going to feel uncomfortable. You're also going to pounce on him. All this stuff is going to happen. Just stand there and look at him and go, ah! You can say anything. You say, ah! You could say, oh, this feels so weird. Or I feel uncomfortable because you're so handsome. I feel uncomfortable because I can feel your energy. I feel so uncomfortable because, wow, it'd feel fun to keep talking. Yeah, you can say those things, but not like this. Hey, I'd really like it if, can you tell the difference in my energy field? This is like, hey, I want you to do this. This is kind of important. Let's get serious. Oh, wow. This is you in your masculine energy, right? Trying to control a situation and make it happen. Leaning back is an invitation, like, gosh, I'm feeling this. Wow. And I'm sharing it with you because even though I don't know you, I kind of trust you. I trust you with my feelings. I can be myself. That's like the big wow for a guy. That's like, wow, 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 wow. Like, she trusts me. Oh, she's herself. Wow, wow. He just like goes agog. Okay, so you can say something like that. Most of the time it's like he drifts away or something, and then we think it's okay. Then we look at him again, and we expect some kind of magic to happen if we keep trying to orchestrate it. Well, drop the orchestration. This is an experiment, remember? Like Love is Blind is an experiment. This is your experiment. Just let it just be the way it is, and let him do what he wants. But you can keep the eye contact. You can keep eye contact with him. You can keep smiling, right? And you just keep talking to other people. You just keep turning. If you're standing at the table and you're just eating because that's the only place you're comfortable or against the wall, be there and talk to yourself and say, I'm feeling really nervous inside. So I'm hiding out against the wall, or I'm just staying glued to this table where the food is because I don't know what else to do and I'm starting to feel sad. Does that mean anything to you? I know what those feelings feel like when they keep going through, right? And that's kind of why I'm talking with all this energy, to kind of let you know that I know what it feels like to have this swirl of feelings and feel the need to control them. You still do not want to control them. And you want to notice if you're kind of shutting down and tensing up while you're standing at the table, or shutting down when you're standing against the wall, or if you're standing against the wall to get a bigger view of the room, to let yourself breathe. See how I'm just letting my energy just kind of go down inside myself, and I'm taking a look around me. That feels nice. So try that piece of the experiment. And move away from the table if you feel glued to it. If you feel, oh, the food is delicious, I gotta eat everything, stay and eat everything. You want to follow the impulses that feel good. They're your feminine energy impulses. And move away from the impulses that feel like they came from your brain in some kind of strategy. All right, now, if he's there and he doesn't ask for your number, you get to say, before he leaves your company, or before you go home, or before he goes home, especially if he's with a date, right? And you could say something like, yeah, I really enjoyed talking with you. This really felt great. Now, notice that you could kind of orchestrate. I really felt great talking with you. So, and you can like, it's like he's supposed to fill in the end of that, right? No, it's just, you know, I really felt good talking with you. I really enjoyed our conversation. End. That's it. Big empty. Can you feel the difference? Go try it yourself between, you know, I really enjoy talking with you. I can feel my body moving forward. I want something to happen. I'm trying to make something happen. Nope. Wow, I really enjoy talking with you. Very different. Can you feel it? Try it. Practice it. And if he walks out the door without asking for your number, he is not for you. He is not yours. He didn't find you, wasn't there, and it's nothing you did wrong, nothing. You were brilliant. You just weeded him out. And this is where the important pivot comes. If you found yourself glued to this one person and the way their reaction, you know, manifested itself for you, note that. That's part of your pattern to do that, to invest in a man and then get hurt. Note that. Instead, you just want to play. You want to play. You want to dance with him and then let him loose. And then you dance with the next guy and then you let him loose. So imagine that you're at a big dance party, even if you're not there. You're at a meeting, or you're at the gym, or you're at the grocery store, right? You're meant to just dance and dance and dance and dance and share and talk and be and hang, and let the guys filter in and out. So imagine that it's them doing all of the moving around, like they're going through the maze like mice. They're just moving around and you're just being there. And you just play with each one of them as they come up. You don't follow them off into the sunset. You just keep playing until they make some kind of idea that makes you feel like you could say, I can't believe I'm saying this, and I'd really like to talk to you again. I don't know how to go about this. Try it once. Because I know I get this all the time from women, that a guy is really nervous and he doesn't know how to ask you out. He just doesn't know what to do. And then you go home kicking yourself that you didn't move more forward. Well, here is a feminine energy way to do that, right? It's like, wow, I really enjoyed this, and I feel really weird about just not ever, I'd love to continue. It'd feel great. What do you think? You notice that there was no pressure there. It was really leaning back. So you can basically say anything you want to say as long as you are aware that you're not trying to control or get a result from him. So this is all I can, do really in one video. And there's a series of 3 here. So give me a comment and let's see where we can go from here. Flirt, play. To get more relationship advice, check out this video next.